Hey guys, it's Miss Fernie back again with another video. I missed you guys. I missed being on YouTube and I missed filming for you guys. So this has been, I think, 2 weeks since I've given birth to my baby, and I wanted to give you guys an update on like the whole recovery, because I know a lot of people have been asking me, oh, how's the recovery and everything like that. And sometimes it gets a little too busy that I can't really respond to everybody, but I just kind of wanted to make a video. So if you are going through the same thing as me and you just gave birth or you're about to give birth, this is something you can expect. Or if you just want to hear my experience, then you guys can watch. So basically, I'm going to start from the hospital. So when I had him, I basically got the epidural, so I didn't really feel anything. It took me an hour to really get him out. I didn't know how hard I was pushing, so that's why it took me a little longer. And also, like, the doctor had told me that like first time moms usually take like an hour, 3 hours even to push a baby out. So I was already kind of telling myself like, no, like I'm not gonna take an hour, but it actually took that long. The doctor had told me like a few weeks ago that she thought the baby was gonna be like 6 to 7 pounds. So I wasn't really anticipating the baby being that big anyway, because I am really small. But when they checked and they did an ultrasound the day that I got induced, they were saying that the baby was going to be 8 pounds. So I was like, oh my god, like by the time he came out and they weighed him and everything, he did end up being like 8 pounds, 6.2 ounces. So almost the 9 pounds, y'all. He was a pretty big boy. And they told me that I didn't really tear. It was just like a small little scratch down there, and they did do like a little stitch, but it wasn't anything serious. So I didn't feel the stitch because, like I said, I was on the epidural. They did unplug or take the epidural out immediately, but since I was like so like numb, I didn't feel the stitch. So after I had him and they transferred me to the room, to the postpartum room, I really wasn't feeling anything until like maybe the next day. And it wasn't even really that bad, y'all, because since I was so numb, I literally didn't feel the pain. The only thing that I really felt that was really painful was them like pressing on my uterus, because they do that to check like the bleeding and making sure that you don't have any clots. So that was painful. I hated that. I hated when... That's him. Let me go ahead and check on him, y'all. I'll be right back. Sorry, y'all. Sometimes he just wants his binky and he fusses, and then once the binky's in, he's out. So, as I was saying, the uterus pushing on the stomach, that shit really hurts. But they were giving me meds every 3 to 4 hours, so I wouldn't feel it. When I took my first pee, it didn't hurt, y'all. Like, I don't know if it's because I didn't tear or what, but it did not sting. And I was worried, and actually I couldn't pee the first, like after I gave birth, I couldn't pee. I really honestly couldn't pee till like the next day that I gave birth, so they had to put a catheter in. That is the most, oh my god, y'all, it's so uncomfortable. It doesn't hurt, but it's just really uncomfortable because they had to put it inside of you, and then it like kind of like literally empties out your bladder into like this plastic like box. So it's kind of gross, but I mean, you gotta pee. I couldn't feel when I needed to pee, but until the next day when I peed, it didn't hurt. So I don't know if that makes sense. So the next day I needed shit. So I was really worried about that, because I would like hear about like, oh my god, your first poop, it hurts, and like you push and you're scared, and like I was scared, but I was just like, yo, I need to take this shit out, because I mean, fuck. So I pooped and it didn't hurt at all. So my whole experience on like using the bathroom and everything was great. And then the bleeding was not too bad, y'all. Like I did, I guess, bleed a lot when I was giving birth, but after that I got under control and I started bleeding lightly, I guess. It was just like a light period, which was great, because I thought I was going to be leaking a lot more, but I wasn't leaking at all, really. Like, it was just like a normal like period kind of blood. I'm not sure if it was because I was drinking the red raspberry leaf tea. I don't know if y'all heard of it, but it's like this like pregnancy tea that's supposed to help you induce your labor or have the baby slip out, which that did not happen. But it also said that it softens your cervix and like it prevents tears. So I think that helped a lot, because I didn't really tear. and it's supposed to help with the bleeding, right? Because it tells your uterus or whatever. So after you give birth, you don't bleed that much. So that's what I've been noticing a lot. I honestly feel like I've gotten to the point where I could just wear a panty liner from how light the bleeding is. I never really needed a maxi pad. The only thing that I could really say that's happened within the last week was that I got a fever of like 104, and that was horrible, y'all. Like, I was like dying. I felt so hot. I was sweating. I couldn't even talk right. I wasn't even really walking. And I think it was because I wasn't pumping as often, and so my breast got really engorged, and so I needed to pump the milk out, but I didn't, and it caused me to have a really high fever. Once I started pumping and like releasing all the milk out that I had in my boobs, I felt much better, and I feel much better now. That's a tip and some advice I can give you guys. Don't wait till your breasts get really full to pump, because they can get clogged and you guys will get a fever. Depending on each body, you know, everyone's different, but I know I got a fever and it was really bad. It can get really serious, so just try to avoid that. But yeah, everything's been really good, y'all. The breastfeeding, I tried to breastfeed him and he has a really strong latch. It like literally made my nipples like super painful and super sore, so I exclusively pump right now. But everything's been good with the pumping, y'all. I'm just, because of those 2 days that I wasn't pumping, that I told you guys that I kind of just stopped because my nipples were so sore. Because the day before that, I tried to latch him on and my nipples were so sore I couldn't pump. So those 2 days that I wasn't pumping really like affected my milk supply. So I'm trying to gain it back, because right now it sucks, y'all. I'm like getting like 1 ounce on each breast, or like 2, and he's eating like 4 ounces, so that's not enough. So we're supplementing him with formula, and he's drinking both breast milk and formula. But we get him this organic one from Target. It's called like Kendamil or something like that. It's back there, and I don't feel like getting up because then he's gonna wake up. This was just like a small little update that I wanted to give you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support, and the nice kind messages on like how's my mental. It's been all over the place, y'all. Like, it's like one day I want to cry, one day I'm like happy, sometimes I'm upset. Like, it's just postpartum emotions and the hormones are real, y'all. Like, it's crazy. But I'm just glad that I'm not sick anymore, because that really took a toll on like how I was acting. I will be uploading some of the clips that I did take at the hospital, y'all. They might be a little like out of order, kind of choppy, because like I said, I got on the epidural, and after I got the epidural, I just like fell asleep. I wanted to make sure that I got like energy and like strength to push him out. So I'll try to make it as neat as I can. But because I do want to give you guys like an insight of like what they were doing to me and like how the whole experience was, because honestly, like, I wish I could do it again. Like, I honestly, like, I really wish I can relive that moment again. And if you're a first-time mom like I am, and you're nervous about giving birth, like, I can't judge, because honestly I was nervous to give birth too. Like, I'm nobody to be telling you like, oh, don't be nervous, because it's something to be nervous about. But I promise you, when you're there and you know that your baby's gonna be there that same day or in a few hours, like, it's all worth it. And I got induced, and a lot of people like look down upon like induction and stuff like that, so I was really worried because I heard like so many bad stories, but mine was really positive. So I'll make another video of my positive birth story with my induction, just to go in like detail on like everything and like what they gave me and everything like that. And if you are nervous about giving birth, it's not always a bad thing, you know what I mean? Like, recovery can always be different from person to person, and I just hope that everybody's recovery is as smooth as mine, and you guys really like just feel better after like a week or two. So don't worry, guys. Like, literally don't worry. It's something that happens all the time. It's been happening for years, and it's a beautiful experience. For my new subscribers, I'm Miss Fernie, and I'm just here to tell you guys my recovery. And if you guys are new moms, then welcome to this channel. I will be posting and updating you guys on like my recovery and like just baby videos, mommy videos. on like, you know, just different topics and different things. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys stay with me for this journey. And yeah, guys, until my next video.